Okay. Okay. Trauma. Anyways, welcome back to You're Being Too Loud, episode 7. We have your host Taylor over there, and then your co-host DJ, the magnificent DJ. All right, let's be honest, the best co-host there ever was. All right.
I'm pretty sure I
Anyway,
could find better.
fucking asshole.
Somebody
Whatever.
has to humble you.
Somebody. Are you kidding me? I get humbled by Dark Souls all the time. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Go get humbled by Elden Ring. All right, finish that. All right. Beat some boss by yourself. All right.
I did.
Which boss? One of the main bosses by yourself.
The very first one.
Mm-hmm.
Slash
You still have to
some.
beat the. Oh wait, yeah, you can't buy. We can't go into one of yours. Anyways,
We can't what?
we can't help you with one of them.
Yeah, I know, and that's the one that I'm stuck on.
Have fun with that. That one's you can ride your horse in that one.
Yeah, that one's gonna make me cry.
Are you a magic user? All right. Anyways, moving on. Moving on. We can talk about this later. Anyways, all right. So we're gonna
To answer
go
your
with
question, yes.
your magic caster. Okay, cool. Yeah, so you can hit from a distance, so you're good.
I don't have any. I don't actually remember. It's from the very first one that's on the Xbox that I can't play anymore. Anyways, all right, back to.
You have some distance spells. Anyways, yeah. So we're gonna be reading a lot of Am I the Assholes today, and that's it. That's all we're gonna be reading. Okay. Now I don't have any.
First time picking out stories.
Yeah, and you wanna know when I did it? All last night.
Did you read any of these through?
I did. I read them all.
Okay.
Yeah, I read all of them. I wasn't gonna pick ones that were just random. I mean, technically, I could just scroll randomly on "Am I the Asshole's" fucking thread, and then just fucking pick at random. But I actually went through them, and I read them while I took a break after streaming and watching anime. I was like, all right, let me watch an episode of anime, read a fucking thing. If it's good enough, put it in. You know, that type of shit. So I saved like 6 stories. I thought they might be good enough. We'll see. Hopefully we can actually talk about them properly, but I don't know. Since this is my first time ever doing this. So we'll fucking see.
I'm dying.
Yeah, I'm okay. You do that. Somewhere else.
Are you still mad about the coconut story?
I'm mad about a lot of things. Nasty. Anyways, which one do I want to start with? Okay. All right. So we're gonna start with this one if it loads up. Hold on, give me a second.
You're not right. Preloaded?
No, I have them. So it's all saved on my thing, but I have to click on each story. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I know. What you mean.
So, all right. So the title of this one is "Am I the Asshole for Telling My Brother He Needs to Grow Up?"
50-50.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, God, I'm nervous. Why am I nervous to read? Oh my God. Is this what you go through all the time?
Yes.
Jeez. Oh, good thing I can edit all this out later. I'm probably not going to, but I, 48M, have 3 siblings. I have 2 older brothers who are 53 and 51, and a younger sister who is 44. My older brothers and I lived in different houses growing up, as my parents were divorced and I lived mainly with my mother, while my brothers lived with my father and stepmother. We've never been close due to the divorce, and we've been in low contact for almost our whole lives. My oldest brother has 2 kids who are 18 male and 14 female. When he had his younger child, I reached out about meeting them, and he told me he never wanted me or my sister in their lives. And when I asked why, he told me she only wants mature adults and her children. I don't that's how so I don't know if it's like actually worded properly, but that's how it was said. Like it was why he told me she, and then, like in quotations, it's only wants mature adults around her children. So I don't know if it's the wife or what, but that was very confusing me when I read it the first time. Anyways, moving on. He refused to elaborate, and to this day, I'm not sure where it came from. My stepmother hosted most of our family events and holidays until she passed in 2017, and that was the only time I saw them. Even then, I could tell my brother was encouraging both of his kids not to talk to me, as they both seemed uncomfortable when I was around. After my mother passed, my oldest brother was the only one willing to host, and he did, but he never invited me or my sister. My brother and I went no contact after my stepmother died until recently. This past year, he and my sister had a long talk, and he started inviting her to family gatherings. They had a small get together yesterday afternoon, and my sister asked me to join her. When we got there, my brother seemed surprised to see me, but didn't say anything. It was the first time I had seen my niece or nephew since my stepmother passed away. And when I went to talk to my niece, it almost seemed like she didn't recognize me. A few minutes later, I overheard her in the kitchen asking my sister-in-law, her mother, what my name was, and that was when I snapped. I started yelling at my brother and asked him if he felt good about himself and that my niece didn't even know my name and it was his fault. I told him he needed to grow up and go to therapy, get over the crap that happened when we were kids, and leave his children out of whatever issue he has with me. After that, we were both screaming at each other, and eventually, he and his wife told me to get out of their house. I left, and when I got home, I had several text messages from family and friends calling me a shitty brother and uncle. My sister told me she understood where I was coming from, but I shouldn't have started yelling in front of everyone. My brother called me afterwards and told me that he hoped I was proud of myself because I made my niece cry. I feel really guilty now as I didn't mean to upset her, and now I think I may have overreacted. Am I the asshole?
There's more to this story.
Yeah, that nobody knows. Like, because
There's where I would love to hear from the older brother.
yeah.
There is something that the older brother knows that is keeping him distant.
Mhm.
Whereas, because he reached out to the sister.
Mhm.
So I don't know if I would say he's being childish. There's not enough information here.
So, okay, so there was one comment that I liked. Uh so somebody said um they were wondering what happened between you and the brother because he had talked about the fact that um they were yelling, and he was like get over the crap that happened when we were kids and
That
leave the
part stood
children
out
out of it.
to me.
That's confusing as hell. So like clearly more than just like y'all being separated happened.
Happen.
Like so nobody knows, and I'm pretty sure OP is not going to say anything cuz I don't see anything on here about OP saying anything.
OP's not going to share that information because it would bring to light that he might
Mhm.
actually be the asshole.
Oh, but I mean, it's all right cuz everybody
Oh no,
so
he's
yeah, everybody thinks he's the asshole.
he's still the asshole, but he won't give up that information
Yeah.
because it would be a no contest. You're an asshole.
Yeah. I
What
mean,
did
like
you do
already
to
though.
him as a child?
Yeah. Like I don't know. Like I know it's your older brothers, but clearly you did something wrong. Like what did you do? I don't know. It's weird.
I don't know.
Like
That's
the
odd.
fact that he doesn't actually say anything or go into detail, but he'll bring up the fact that like leave what happened to us back in the day back then. Like don't bring your children into it. Like bitch, what did you do? What did you and your brother do?
What did you do that was so bad that your brother doesn't want you around his kids?
I'm wondering if he was talking shit about like the stepmom or the dad or something like that, and that's why he lived with the mom instead. And like the dad or something, he was just on his dad's side or something like that. I don't know. Like something had to have happened though
Something had
to
to have happened
to never mention your fucking brother to your kids. Something happened. Like
for them
that's
not to know your name, for them to reach out to your younger sister, but not
yeah.
you. What did you do?
Yeah. That's really weird. But also, I mean, the sister bringing you there without even telling him,
Yeah, I don't like that either.
that you're ambushing them then at that point.
But
Like,
here's the thing. Here's my thing. Even when the sister did that, the older brother was like shocked at first and just kind
mm,
of was like, "Okay, roll with the punches."
yeah, like he still wasn't gonna do nothing about it. It's when the niece was like, "Who the fuck is that? Like, what's his name?" Like, first of all, you're never around. You've seen her one time.
And God only knows how long it's been.
Yeah. Well, no, it had been since the funeral,
How long ago was the funeral?
2017.
When is this
So
posted?
when this was posted a day ago.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. So
Shut the
that's 7
fuck
years.
up.
This was posted a day ago, bro, and it already has so many
Oh,
so
shut
many people are just
the
like,
fuck up. No
yeah,
shit, she's not gonna remember you.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
I no, but like honestly, like shut the fuck up.
yeah, like I don't know why you're in your feelings about that, but to each their
Whatever.
own, I guess.
Why
What's up?
is Vinny fighting a wolf with a very long sword?
That's Sif. So you know that night I was fighting last night, that one night.
I didn't actually pay attention last night. I tuned in for like the little bit that I chatted and then I just had it on in the background to support.
Okay, so I was in a coliseum last night.
Yeah, I remember that.
So that's Artorias's dog. The dude that I was fighting's dog.
Okay.
Um,
Well, you
he's
just got his
littler,
shit ate again.
huh?
He just got his shit ate again.
Yeah, he's just doing practice runs right now. That's why,
Yeah, I saw that.
because he's trying to beat me. But yeah,
All right. Let's go to the next story.
all right. Okay. Do you want something dealing with? Okay, I'm gonna give you two titles. I want you to pick one.
Oh,
Okay.
oh God. Okay.
So one is, am I the asshole for not picking up my phone on vacation and leaving my tenant, her mom, and my mom to deal with the cops for a couple of hours? That's one of them. Or am I the asshole for refusing to look after my neighbor's kids in a medical emergency?
I don't know. Medical emergency.
Medical emergency? All right.
Holy fuck, you're both the asshole.
I don't know. In all honesty, some of these, honestly, both of them, I'll tell
All right,
you.
let's
Like,
hear the story. Let's hear the story. Let's hear the
all right.
story.
So the one where am I the asshole refusing or for refusing to look after my neighbor's kids in a medical emergency? Okay. So I, female, 26, live in a block of new build apartments. Everyone moved in a year ago, so we're all getting familiar with our neighbors. There's quite a few families on my landing, and we have a shared courtyard where the kids play in the summer, so we can get chatting. What the fuck? This thing's so we can get chatting while the kids are playing. We've done favors for each other in the past, like formula milk and normal kid stuff. Mainly me giving it out, to be honest. But I try not to get too friendly. I have two kids myself, a 2-year-old and an 11-month-old. I'm currently solo parenting as my husband's gone away for a few days to spend the time with his family and friends. there's a mom group chat of the mums in the building. They say mums, by the way. So I'm
Uh,
assuming this is overseas, maybe. Yeah,
huh?
I'm assuming this is overseas.
Yeah,
So
probably.
in the building. So hold on. There's a mom group chat of the mums in the building who swap kids around and babysit each other's kids for a few hours, and they rotate. I'm just a silent watcher, to be honest, and don't participate, and it's not something I'm comfortable with, and my kids can't even communicate properly. Last night around 3 a.m., I get a knock on the door. Me and my kids are fast asleep. I tried to ignore it, as one, I'm home alone. Two, I wasn't expecting company. And three, it's 3 a.m. in the morning. Anyways, after they wouldn't stop and my kids were starting to wake up, I look through the peephole and notice it's my neighbor. I open the door and it's her and her boyfriend and two kids. She's 9 months pregnant, clearly in labor. They've got the hospital bags. They told me if I could take the kids till her sister gets here in an hour. I guess they okay, that didn't make any sense. I said, "I'm sorry, but no. I don't want to be liable if anything were to happen to her kids under my care, and I don't wanna risk waking mine up. I feel like this is something you need to plan ahead and not start knocking on doors hoping someone takes your kids in. I've already got my hands full, and my 2 and my 2 with my 2. I could see you out the corner of my eye, just see you. Anyways, I've already got my hands full with my 2. There's no way I'm having another 2 running around my house at 3 in the morning. They are 1 and 4. I know they aren't just going to sit and watch TV quietly. They call me evil and rude, and my and the BF got onto me saying, "What kind of a mother watches another struggle?" I feel like if my husband was around, he wouldn't speak to me like that. Am I the asshole? There is a few edits, but I want you to decide first.
Yeah, you're an
You think they're an asshole?
asshole.
I'm like iffy on this.
No, no, no. So she was fine up until she was like, she's clearly in labor,
Mhm.
and the sister will be here in an hour. But
Yeah.
fuck you.
Okay, but the
No,
edits
no,
kind of okay. Go ahead.
she was the asshole when she said, you should have planned better.
Yeah, that don't get me wrong, that's definitely an asshole thing, but she just
That is,
woke up. So, I mean, you're usually rude as fuck when you just wake up because 'cause you're cranky, 1. You have 2 kids that you're watching by yourself.
you're a mother though.
Yeah, I know.
You know that labor, you don't, you can make contingency
Mhm.
plans, which it sounds like they did.
But the also, if the sister's gonna be there in an hour, like, you could have taken the kids to the hospital with you, and the father can wait outside in the fucking, like, waiting room for the sister to get there. This so that
I
could have
mean, yeah,
happened.
that is an option, but I mean, to say you should have planned better is an asshole thing.
But
And that is where, for me, she becomes the asshole.
to be fair, okay, so when my mom went into labor with my younger sisters, they had a plan on, like so when we were living back in the original house, the whole entire whatever, the plan was that she had already talked to her friends and everything like that about who's going where. So my oldest sister was going to um one of her friends' houses, which she already talked to the parents about whenever it could happen. And me and my other older sister were going to our family friend's house, which they had also been talked to about ahead of time. So I think that's what they mean by making the plans ahead of time is figuring out who's going to go where.
Well, and I think that's what I'm saying though. With them having the sister, I think that that was planned out. We also don't know because technically, right now, like Stephanie is 9 months.
Hmm.
She's 2 weeks away from
Hmm.
her due date. So we don't know if the baby is 2 weeks early, where the sister could have been planning to come up the week that the baby's due.
Hmm.
Babies decide when they're coming out.
Hmm. No, I know. I know it's around like that whole entire like 4 week area line or the 2 week area line or whatever it is. It could happen at any moment.
So that's what I'm saying. To say, like, it looks like they had a plan, but the baby had other plans.
Yeah. But still, I mean, like, really, you could have brought your kids with you to the hospital.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm saying, though, making that comment for me is what made her the asshole.
But there is 3 edits.
Okay, let's go to the
Okay.
edits.
So the first one. Now this one kind of made me think that she was an asshole a little bit, because she was like, edit, seems like there's a lot of entitled people here, or parents who think it's normal to just relentlessly knock on a virtual stranger's door to dump their kids on them at 3 a.m. That's the first edit. That's why I was just like, oh, you're not helping your fucking side. You're
So
really not.
that comment, you're a fucking asshole.
Yeah, for that one, I was like, you're not helping your case at all.
You're an asshole. That comment, you're an asshole.
So here's edit 2. I think people are forgetting how 1-year-olds act. They're usually very attached to their care, and I'm sure watching his parents leave him with a stranger would have left him inconsolable. Waking up my 2 kids and having all 4 awake at 3 a.m. sounds nightmarish. Because she is by herself. You gotta remember,
I'm
she
not
is by
going to
herself.
disagree with that, but also 1-year-olds are really easy to appease. You don't
Yes
know.
and no. If they know you, yes, but if they don't, it's a little more difficult.
But also, we don't know if this kid is in daycare or not. If he's in daycare, he's not going to be as standoffish.
Yeah, that's true. But I don't think the kid would be in daycare if the mom was 9 months pregnant. She's most likely been home, so there's no point in paying for daycare.
Well, no, they would still have to pay for it for when she's back. If
Yeah,
you,
but she's still gonna have like the little bit of leave, because you gotta remember this is overseas, so most likely
well,
I don't
that's
think
true. We're
she's
also going based off of American standards. We don't
yeah,
know.
overseas they have a lot better standards um when it comes to maternity leave.
Childcare and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I agree.
So,
I'm still with you're an asshole, softer asshole, but you're still an asshole.
mhm.
But
But this is edit 3 now. So she just spoke to the neighbor, um, and or who took them in, and she told me the sister didn't get there until 8 a.m. Also, the kids were awake the entire time and woke up her kids and trashed her home. So if she had taken them in, her kids would have woken up, her house would have been trashed, and she still would have had to deal with all that.
the sister's an asshole for not getting there when she said she would.
Yeah, which is why I'm saying I feel like the kids should have gone to the hospital.
Yeah, but
But
it's also that also if the sister wasn't so there becomes the problem of the sister not being there until 8 a.m.
yeah, I know. But I mean, that's why I'm just like, you kind of did it to yourself, you know? Because,
I'm still going with she was an asshole for the things that she said.
yeah, that's understandable.
Like, it could have been handled with more tact. And
Mhm.
for me, it's the fact that when she did her first edit, she doubled down.
Yeah.
That is where I'm saying you're an asshole for calling people who are saying, hey, you can't always plan this shit out and everything, calling them privileged.
Yeah.
You're an asshole for the way that you handled it and the way you responded.
Hmm.
The sister's an asshole for not showing up on time. The parents could have planned better. And honestly, I feel bad for the lady that took the kids in, but at the same time, she helped someone, whereas
Yeah.
she told them to get their shit together while she's actively in labor.
Yeah. That is pretty wild. I'm not going to lie.
To look at somebody who's actively in labor saying,
Yeah.
get your shit together.
So, also,
What?
what I had heard about like overseas with the whole entire maternity leave, apparently both the mother and father get it.
Yeah.
and it can be, I think I think it can be up to a year for both of them,
Yeah.
which is crazy considering it's like what 10 weeks here for the mother, or and if you're a teacher,
You don't
um
you're not guaranteed maternity leave over here.
well, for the school system you're supposed to be.
Oh, yeah. I don't get maternity leave.
The fuck.
Yeah. When Shar gave birth, she had the 2 weeks of sick leave she had. And that was it.
Nah, that's some wild shit, bro. That shit needs
Yeah.
to be changed.
We're not, they're not, there is no requirement in in the United States for maternity leave.
I'm not gonna lie to you, that's kind of why I want to be like I want the whole like content creator thing to work out so that way I can control my own hours.
Yep.
And I can do a stay-at-home job, do all of that, have good medical insurance, and I can still help take care of kids. Like, cause don't get me wrong, like it's still gonna be busy work. Like, don't get me wrong, it definitely is, but it's at least I'll be able to fucking help out, and I won't be like leaving whoever I'm with to basically raise the children by themselves.
No, I agree.
So
I just like traumatizing my friends with stories.
you're an asshole. You're the asshole. We're gonna have a "Am I the asshole?" and it's gonna be about you, and we're gonna exclude you from that episode.
What, is everyone going to write a story about me
Yes,
and ask if I'm the asshole?
yes. I'm gonna get everybody in on it. Everyone.
Okay, next story.
Okay, so this one's the tenant one. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the cops and everything.
Yeah, the whole "Am I the asshole for not picking up my phone on vacation and leaving my tenant, her mom, and my mom to deal with the cops for a couple of hours."
Hot take. If you are a landlord without a building manager, you don't get vacation days.
What?
I think that if you are a landlord and you don't have a building manager or a like property manager,
The mom was the to help out with the thing. So this isn't like they own a building. This is they own a house and they're renting out their basement. Yeah. It says it all in the story. I promise.
okay, yeah, no, read the story because I'm going with you're an asshole because it's your house.
I'm you'll see that no. Because technically it has nothing really to do with the tenant. Yeah. You'll
Okay,
see.
no, no,
You'll see. Just yeah.
read the story. I have a lot of thoughts and emotions, and I need to hear all of this.
So I rent my basement suite out to my mom's best friend's daughter, Sally. I knew her what
Mom's
her
best
mom's best
friend's
his mom's best friend's daughter.
daughter.
Yeah.
Okay,
So like if our moms were best friends, it'd be you
okay.
or me or whoever. Yeah, that type of shit. Um so I rent my basement suite out to my mom's best friend's daughter, Sally. I knew her growing up and I used to babysit her. The I thought you were like, "Oh,
No, I had to yawn.
okay."
But I
The
was trying to do
basement
it
has
subtle, and it wasn't subtle. So
yeah. The basement has two means of escape other than going into my area. It is fully up to code as an in-law suite. There is no reason for anyone to go through it into my space. I went on vacation and left my door to the basement dead bolted. 3 days into my vacation, I get an alert on my phone that there is an unauthorized event at my house. I look at the video. It's my mom opening the door for Sally's mom. They freak out when the alarm goes off. Usually, if I need my mom to get into my apartment, I will give her a temporary code. It is always the same one because she gets confused by tech. But I have to activate it beforehand. I cannot be retroactively the only. I cannot do it retroactive. What? okay, retroactively. The only choice would be to give her and to sorry. I don't know how you don't fuck up more often. This is so hard. The only choice would be to call her and give her my personal code. I checked the cameras in the house, and strangely enough, my house is not on fire. I didn't leave the faucet running. There is no emergency. This is where I might be the asshole. Once I saw that they were there just fucking off in my area for no good reason, I put my phone on airplane mode and went back to the party. Maybe 90 minutes later, a concierge at the resort came and said I was urgently needed on the phone. My dad my dad has written down my whereabouts and they called the front desk for me. I excused myself and went for the call. I asked my mom what the emergency was and why she was getting me out of my friend's wedding reception. Was my house okay? Was my dad okay? She was very basically told me to shut up and talk to the cops and the security patrol. I talked to them and apologized for wasting their time. I asked them what the emergency was that brought my mother into my house. They handed her back the phone and let her tell me that her friend did not want to sit in the basement while she was visiting her daughter. So my mom agreed to come let them use my area and it would be a secret. I asked the security company, please lock my house back up and take the key back from my mother. She started to protest, but I hung up. I enjoyed the rest of my trip, and my dad had agreed to pay any fines or penalties that come from the false alarm. Sally's mom wants her to move out. That's fine by me. I don't need a tenant, and was only doing it as a favor. Sally is almost apologetically begging me to not kick her out. She said that she didn't even know what our moms were up to until the alarm went off. My mom is pissed that I wasn't available immediately to get them out of trouble, and she is furious that I won't give her back my key. She thinks I did it on purpose. I'm not sure how she thinks I forced her to break into my home without permission. So, am I the asshole for making them sweat until they got a hold of me and taking my key back since I can't trust her now?
No. Oh my fucking God.
Yeah, you see
How
where I'm just like,
entitled can you fucking be?
right? Mm-hmm.
I don't want to sit in the basement.
Man, that shit
You
irritated
don't
me.
you don't want to sit in your daughter's apartment?
For real. Like,
Because that's
why
what that
why are
is.
you visiting?
That is her apartment.
Yeah.
That
The
is
fuck?
her space.
Like, go down there where she lives. She doesn't live upstairs.
She doesn't live in the rest of the house. She lives in the ensuite,
Mm-hmm.
and you can go fuck yourself.
Yeah. I'm just like,
How many times has the mom done this?
well, since he has cameras in there, I don't think it's that often.
No. But remember, he said he gives her her own code and he has to activate it.
Yeah, but it's only for like, so it's a code that he has to activate that day. So the code's only available for like a certain amount of time.
I feel like
So
she's done it before.
after like, so like if he puts in the code, he's gone for like a
I
week.
know. I did this for Rover. When I was doing
Yeah.
Rover, that's how I got into people's houses to like let their dogs out or anything. I'm still on the fact of like, because you can set it up for a certain amount of like days.
Yeah.
And so I'm on the thing of like, I think she's done this before. She felt too entitled.
Yeah.
She's
I'm wondering how often she does it to get away from his father. Like, bruh,
honestly, how often does the dad do it to get away from her?
I don't think he does it. That's the thing.
I would want to get away from that woman.
Well, yeah, clearly. Who wouldn't?
How? No, not the asshole. Not the asshole. On top of that, you were there for a friend's wedding.
Mm-hmm. So you got called out during this reception to go talk to cops, bruh. That's some wild ass shit, bruh.
Because your mom tried to break into your house.
Because her best friend wanted to sit in the upstairs living room, basically, because she didn't want to be where her daughter lived.
I feel so bad for the daughter, like begging not
She
to
had
be
to
kicked out.
beg to not kick her out, bruh.
And he's like, dude, I'm not gonna fucking kick you out.
No,
I don't care if you live here or not. I don't need your fucking money, but I'm not gonna kick you out.
no. Like, what the fuck, dude? I don't know.
How
Oh man.
fucked do you have to be?
I don't know. She's yeah.
No, not the asshole. Not the asshole. Your mom's an asshole.
Yeah.
Mom's friend is entitled. Also, how dare you demand that your daughter moves out of a good place
Mm-hmm. That's clearly safe because of the alarm system that's in there.
and the cameras?
Mm-hmm. I mean,
Because
he definitely does not have cameras in the basement, though.
no,
Yeah.
no. That would be creepy.
Yeah. But in his house, in his like area,
In his
probably.
house and the surrounding of the house, he has
Mhm.
cameras.
Yeah.
Which would still like pinpoint her entries and exits.
Mm-hmm.
But like, my guy, what the fuck?
Yeah. I don't know. That's why I was just like, that's why I read I'm happy with reading the fucking thing first, and then you being like, oh, they a fucking asshole. But since I know the story, I'm like, I don't know.
This one, you're not an asshole. You're not an asshole. I don't even really think that you left your tenant with the cops. You did, however, leave the tenant with both of your moms.
Yeah, that's yeah,
So
yeah.
you didn't have to deal with the consequences of turning your phone on airplane mode,
Mm-hmm.
but she did.
And your dad's fucking paying the fine if there is one. That's great. That's great. So that dad's gonna yell at her probably.
Probably not.
I don't know. You never know.
You never know. But if this is something that she does often, probably not.
Probably not. So there's 3 other ones that I have.
Okay, pick 2. Or
I'm gonna
1.
let you pick 2.
Okay.
Okay, so one of them is, am I the asshole for not agreeing to what my mom and stepdad want in therapy? Another one is, am I the asshole for being mad at the best man's girlfriend for making him choose between a dog and our wedding? and and am I the asshole for calling out my cousin's fiance for ordering his own food at a family set menu banquet dinner?
The wedding and the therapy one. Keep the last one. Save the last one for another one. But
Okay.
but the therapy and the dog. I really want to know about this dog.
Okay, do you want to know the dog first or do you want to know therapy
The
first?
dog. I need to know about the dog.
Okay, dog first it is. Oh my god, this is a long one. Jesus Christ. Holy shit, I forgot how long this is. Holy shit.
Speed read. Go.
Bruh, oh my god, I wish I could speed read this. Jesus. All right.
You can speed
Oh,
read
well,
it in your head
hold on.
because you.
Never mind. It's edits. Edits start like halfway down.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. I was gonna say technically you can speed read in your mind only because your
I
brain
can't
actually
talk it
skips
all though.
words while you're reading
Yeah.
and fills them in later.
So, okay. My fiance, M29, and I, F26, got engaged last October after 6 years together and plan to marry this October. We both have a very complicated family, so we thought about our wedding and decided that we just want peace and don't want to worry about all the family drama. So we plan to get married in Italy with our best man and maid of honor. It's only about a 4-hour drive to a small city we once discovered on a road trip. We invited my maid of honor and his best man to the wedding. Call him Mike, M29. I told I told them that they could bring their significant other also. The trip would be fully paid, and Mike is my fiance's best friend since kindergarten. Mike's girlfriend, let's call her Courtney, female 28, and him are together for 3 years. We were very welcoming towards her. Hold on, towards her, and I befriended her also. Sorry, English isn't their first language,
Okay.
so
All
that's
right.
why.
Understandable. Understandable.
Yeah, her and I befriended her also. Um, we did a lot of things together, helped them move and build their home. Mike and Courtney are getting a dog, hopefully in September. So Mike told us he needed a different hotel because the one we chose is not dog friendly. And at the time of our wedding, October, they would probably have the dog. We apologized and looked for another hotel. Then he texted that Courtney thinks the dog wouldn't make the long drive, which we understood. We said that there are probably a lot of friends and family who could take the dog, but Courtney doesn't want that. Mike told us that Courtney could probably stay at home with the dog and he would travel alone. Here comes the drama. The following day, Mike wrote us he will not be coming to our wedding because Courtney doesn't want to be alone with the dog for the weekend, and she also would like to attend the wedding. Courtney wrote to me that we could change our wedding month or the place, maybe just a wedding in our hometown, so that they could come. I said no. If we married in our hometown, the families would want to attend, and all the drama between parents and siblings would stress us out. My fiance asked Mike again if he couldn't come alone. You look so angry. If he couldn't come alone, and he finally told us that Courtney threatened to end the relationship if he doesn't stay with her and the dog. My fiance was absolutely sad and disappointed and told Mike his feelings. He's normally not over emotional, but that was hard for him. Courtney wrote me the following day as if nothing has happened, and I told her that I'm absolutely disappointed in her and can't understand her behavior, how she puts this dog, and how she puts this dog, who is absolutely no danger or need to have two people sitting him, over our wedding, and kind of expected her to apologize for all the stress she has put us through. She called me an insensitive, offensive person, a bridezilla who wants her wedding above everything, and said she couldn't accept my behavior even if I apologized. I just can't comprehend why I should apologize. I feel like I can express to friends if I'm disappointed, and I absolutely didn't write anything offensive. The first edit is sorry for the mistakes. English is not my first language, but yeah.
Courtney, you are, in fact, the biggest asshole ever. And I wish to throat punch you.
You're talking about the chick's girlfriend, right? The Mike's girlfriend, Courtney.
Yes.
Courtney's the biggest asshole.
Yes.
Yeah.
Courtney, okay, first of all, planning a wedding is fucking stressful. It
Yeah.
is fucking stressful. You have to think about friend drama, you have to think about family drama. Drama that you didn't even know about comes up. And I am so fucking sick and tired of hearing people calling people bridezillas. You know why people become bridezillas? Because of people like Courtney,
Hmm.
whose opinions they think are so fucking important, or whatever they have going on in their lives is so fucking important that it needs to influence your day.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking, they don't even have the dog yet.
No, that's what that's what edit 2 was, is to clarify, there is no dog yet. They talked to a breeder. He said if his dog mama got pregnant and has more than 3 babies, they would get one in September. So that's only if the dog has more than 3 babies. So it has to have 4 babies at least for them to even get a dog.
I'm also just going to point this out. For her to say just change your date
Mhm.
or your venue, who's going to pay for that?
Yeah.
Maybe the date is significant to them. Maybe the month is significant to them.
Yeah.
Picking out a date and a month are so fucking hard.
Mhm.
I just randomized mine. You were such a fucking piece of shit to sit there and call her a bridezilla when she simply just said, I'm disappointed in you for manipulating my future husband's best friend by saying you're going to leave him
Mhm.
over an imaginary dog.
Yeah. That's why I'm just like, the fuck?
Go fuck yourself.
You want the update?
Go fuck yourself.
Do you want the update?
Huh?
Do you want the update?
Give me the update.
Okay. So we discussed sending this thread to Mike, but decided ultimately against it as he first wanted to talk to Mike himself before revealing that I posted the whole thing on the internet. So, one second. They met in secret yesterday. Courtney was at work. Mike broke down crying. It's been super stressful for him. He had asked his family, especially his mom, to dog sit, but Courtney declined. His mother was furious and that he would miss my fiance's wedding. She loves him, but Courtney told her that she had changed her mind and decided to let Mike go and hold on, let Mike go, but that I then wrote her an offensive and mean message, so they decided against it. Mike lost it at that and told his family that she had never allowed him and that my message wasn't mean at all. He really told her that he wants to go and she shouldn't, or she should just live with that. She cried a lot and he felt bad. My fiance told him that he asked another friend of them who has a little child to come, and he said yes. His wife even asked if he wanted her and the baby to come. She would understand if that's too much. But we were happy to also invite them. Mike cried after hearing this and realized that he will not attend our wedding now because of Courtney. Today, Mike wrote my husband that Courtney told him that she was overreacting because she had the feelings or the feeling he wouldn't value the dog and that it's a good practice thing for a baby. She doesn't want to apologize to us, but would accept if he goes to the wedding. I think Mike's family made it very clear that they think she's crazy for this and she wanted to be viewed as a good person. My fiance said that he won't change that back and that Mike sadly will miss the wedding because we can't be sure there is no more drama with Courtney. I know this is hard for my fiance, but he hopes that Mike realizes now that Courtney will cost him now and the future. Uh, so, all right. The next thing is this, thanks for all the good wishes, and I'm happy to be married in Italy this October without Courtney.
Congrats on being married. Fuck Courtney. I hope
Yeah,
Mike leaves her.
for real. Like that's some crazy shit, bruh.
I can I just say this is something that irritates me to my soul. I don't know if it irritates you to your soul, but we're both dog owners.
Mhm.
I hate the whole let's get a dog to practice having kids together.
Yeah, that's not the same at all. It's not even close to the same. Having a dog is so much easier than having kids.
I have the two assholes downstairs that I can easily leave at home
Mhm.
for
Hours.
hours and will be perfectly fine.
Mhm.
And if I need someone to come and let them out, I have trusted people
Mhm.
because, as you know, Nyx is a little skittish bitch.
Mhm.
And she only trusts about 3 people outside of me and Lonnie, you being one of them.
Yeah.
Um, where if I really need somebody to let my dogs out or watch my dogs, I have that, or I even have a dog sitter that
Mhm.
I trust.
Mhm.
It is the fact that she refused to let anyone watch the dog for the weekend is the red flag.
Yeah.
The fact that she apologized to Mike and is not going to apologize
I think the
to
red flag though is the fact that she's causing all this drama and they don't even have the dog.
no, that's the biggest red flag. I'm just pointing out the little ones.
Yeah. Like,
Causing all of this drama, calling her a bridezilla for
mhm.
saying, "Hey, I don't like the way that you are treating our friend,"
Mhm.
over an imaginary dog, which I'm sure she didn't even say an imaginary dog. She probably
No.
just was like, "Hey, I don't appreciate this." Like in her post, she seems very well spoken, very
Mhm.
mature. Bravo to you for getting married in Italy. Fuck Kate. I hope Mike leaves her. I hope he realizes
Mhm.
because he just missed out on a monumental moment in his friend's life.
That he's known since kindergarten, bruh.
That honestly,
And
You
they're
cannot
hold on.
guarantee this, but this might be a literal once in a lifetime chance that he missed out on.
So he's 29. He has known them or known this dude for 23 years.
DJ, I need you to know, if you date some girl and she tells you you can't come to my wedding due to a imaginary dog and you don't,
That won't happen though.
I know it won't happen. I'm just saying, if
Mm.
this was us in this situation, that's an end of a friendship for me.
Oh yeah, I know.
Like, that is a,
If anything, it wouldn't be an issue about the whole dog. It'd be more of an issue with money. That's the main thing that would be. But
understandable. I'm having a
yeah.
destination wedding. But in this is so fucked.
Mhm.
I, as much as that would be probably it would be a breakup at that point. You're breaking up with a friend.
Yeah. I mean, I broke up with somebody because she was like, "Yeah, I never want to go over to their house because it's messy," even though it definitely was not messy. Like,
I want you to be friends with me.
huh?
She didn't want you to be friends with me.
Yeah, well, that too. But I mean, like, but
That too.
you gotta understand. Hold on. There was multiple things with her. The whole
Multiple.
entire like
The
she
mom.
her friend talking shit, her being ungrateful for them letting us stay there while we were looking at houses, her talking shit about you after, she would go
Calling
to
me
you
and
for help.
crying.
Yeah. Like about me. Like the fuck? Yeah. So clearly I've already broken up with people that are just like, you know what? I don't like your friends. Okay, bye. I don't like
They
you
were here
anymore.
before you. They're gonna be here after you.
Yeah.
So
The fuck? You're one person. They're multiples. So I'm good. I don't need you. I was fine before you. I'll be fine after.
you weren't even sad.
No, I wasn't. It didn't bother me at all.
All right, last
Like,
story. Last story. Last story.
yeah. All right. So this one is the am I the asshole for not agreeing to what my mom and stepdad want in therapy? Okay.
I'm very curious about this one.
This one kind of pissed me off. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm curious about this one.
Okay. My mom and stepdad brought me to therapy recently. They were talking about it since Father's Day, but it took a while for them to actually take the steps to get us to a therapist. They wanted my older brother, 18, to join us too, but he said no. So
So
instead
this
of
is a
them,
family counseling session.
basically,
Okay, all right.
they just wanted a whole family fucking counseling. Yeah. Um, to join us, but he said no. So instead it's them and me, 15 female. The reason we're in therapy is my stepdad feels like he's living in the shadow of our dad and doesn't like it. He doesn't like feeling second best or like a consolation prize. He brought up Father's Day for the last several years as being a big problem for him. Along the way, he expected the day to become less sad for me and my brother, and that we could celebrate him and just be happy. But he said our dad is always mentioned on Father's Day, and that we're never really in celebration. He compared it to making a kid go to the dentist. We're there, but but he knows we didn't or we don't choose to be there. It bothers him. My brother didn't spend last Father's Day with us. He moved in with his best friend a couple of days after they graduated. My brother didn't want to celebrate our stepdad anymore. Since he was no longer reliant on mom or our stepdad, he was able to say no. It really hurt my stepdad and mom. And sorry, it really hurt my stepdad, and mom was furious that my brother was bailing. My brother told her she had no right to tell him what to do anymore, and that was it. But it was also what brought us to therapy. Some other stuff he mentioned. It bothers him when we say we only have one dad. When we quickly correct anyone who thinks he's our dad. The fact neither of us have ever said I love you to him, that we never hugged him, that I don't understand. That there aren't any photos of him in my little collection in my room. My stepdad said he would like for us to figure out a way to make it less difficult. Mom said they thought I should show more of a willingness to celebrate him on Father's Day, and that I can leave any talk of dad when my stepdad isn't around, and to commit to coming to celebrate even after I turn 18 and move out. They want me to not correct everyone who thinks my stepdad is my dad. They want me to get a photo frame that says my two dads and have one of my stepdad alongside my dad. They also want dad talked about less. She said it's not fair to my stepdad to live in dad's shadow forever. She said I was 9 when my stepdad became my second dad, and he's been gone he's been good to me, and one day I will need him to walk me down the aisle, and I should think about how hard that will be if I reject him now. I told them I couldn't agree to those things. The therapist said it was understandable, and my mom said it wasn't. The therapist asked to speak to them alone, and they refused and left. When we went back to hold on. When we went back, she wanted to speak to just them again. They refused again. My mom and stepdad told me I need to give as well as take, and it's not fair. They said my half brother will grow up feeling bad seeing my dad rejected by both older siblings. Mom also said my stepdad deserves to be loved and valued as his own person, and I'm not doing that. Am I the asshole?
No,
Thank you. Thank you.
no.
Dude, it's so hard to read.
This made me so fucking mad.
Yeah.
The mom disrespecting her late husband,
Yeah.
the mom disrespecting her children's boundaries,
Mhm.
the utter wanting to erase the father.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck? Like, just because so she was 9 when he came in, but he was 12, clearly, because
Mhm.
it's a whole 5 or 3-year difference. That's that's half of their life.
Yeah,
Like
that's not even half of her life yet.
what the
It has
fuck?
only been 6 years for her.
Yeah.
Her dad was in her life more than he has been out of it.
Mhm. Like, okay,
Go absolutely fuck yourselves. You are a horrible mother for this.
yeah, you like first of all, if she's correcting people, like at least
That
she's
is
still
on
trying to keep
her.
the memory of your late husband alive, you know?
She is trying to find any semblance of attachment to her father that she has. She
Mhm.
does not have her father anymore.
Mhm. I
Go.
don't think the half brother is also gonna like grow up thinking that they don't like him. Like,
You know what this really is giving? You wondering when you're older why your kids don't speak to you.
yeah.
You
Like,
wondering why you're in a nursing home.
well,
I
I
don't
mean,
I
yeah.
don't blame the son for as
Mm-mm.
soon as he turned 18 going,
Bye.
bye.
Cuz that's no.
You
That's
don't
ridiculous.
do that.
Mm-mm.
That was their father.
You're
What
trying
is
to
wrong
erase the
with
memory
you?
of their father. That's sad.
And you're going to be mad at them for being sad on Father's Day that they never get to spend with their dad again?
Mhm.
She is going through so many milestones in her life currently.
Hmm. I think what pissed me off the most was the fact that the mom was saying that she's gonna have to ask the stepdad to walk her down the aisle one day. Bitch, no.
No,
Hell no.
she does
That's
not
not
have
gonna
to ask
happen.
him to do that.
No.
She'd
First of
ask
all,
her grandfather. She could walk down by herself.
exactly. Like she doesn't need anybody to help walk her down. And honestly, at this point, I wouldn't. Like if anybody's gonna replace her father, it would have been it would originally have been the mother to walk you down, but not that anymore. So maybe the brother, if anybody, but most likely it's gonna be
Also,
nobody.
how hard did they try to force this new family on these kids?
I think something was going on beforehand.
Could have been. I don't know. But how hard did you try to force this on these kids where they resent you so much?
Hmm.
How soon after their father passed were you getting married?
Yeah, yeah. Like, I want to know how long it took. Yeah.
In the past 6-ish, 5-ish, however many years afterwards of them, why is it that these kids do not want to hug you, have not said that they love you? They don't want to be in your presence. What the fuck are you doing?
To be fair,
You are the problem.
I don't say I love you to any of my. Well, I say I love you to my dad and to my mom. I I don't think I've ever said it to my stepdad.
No, but I also know that you tell them, like, you guys have a good rapport.
Hmm.
They clearly don't even have that.
Yeah. So I don't know.
No, not the asshole. The parents are the assholes.
To think that the therapist is even just like, no, y'all are fucking up. Something's going
And
on.
trying to talk to, that's the other thing. This is the other thing that really gets me. They didn't go to therapy to try to fix the problem.
Mm-mm.
They went to therapy to have a therapist tell them that they were right
Mhm.
and tell their daughter that this is what they need, that she needs to be doing.
Yeah.
And is refusing to go and talk to the therapist privately because they're going to get corrected by the therapist.
Yeah.
You didn't go to therapy to help your family. You went to therapy to be told that you were right and doing the right thing.
Which you
No,
are not.
you're not.
Yeah. It's almost birthday.
It is almost
Oh,
it's
man.
gonna come out after my birthday.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
Mhm.
And it's almost my birthday right now.
Mhm.
Damn.
It's because we record on Fridays.
No. All right. That was, what episode is this? 7?
7. Yep, this is episode 7.
This was episode 7 of the You're Being Too Loud podcast. DJ read our stories this week. I think he did an amazing job.
Yay.
With these stories, they got me feeling some feelings, and I'm angry at some people right now.
Uh-huh.
But you know.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. We'll see how often I do that, because that's I see why you do it more often, because damn, that shit is terrifying. I don't know why I was so nervous.
Did you worry about messing up?
Yeah, I know, but like I gotta realize I'm gonna edit later, so like I can just cut out my idiotic mistakes.